Welcome back to the Kanani channel. Today we're going to be covering the most annoying predator in all of To Catch a Predator. I know I said this before, but let me get my clickbait, please. Anyway, if you think I'm annoying and you don't want my commentary, I'm going to leave the full episode in a link down below. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Sokal came with food and an appetite for sex.
I've heard the predators on the show say some wild stuff, but that's gotta be like top 10 most out-of-pocket things I've ever heard from a Tcap Hansen show. What was that? Why would you say that?
How long did it take you to get here?
I don't know, it's like 2.5 hours.
That's a long drive.
Now, I am in a relationship currently. However, even at my loneliest, I wouldn't have driven 2.5 hours to meet up with someone for the first time. To give you an idea of how long 2.5 hours is, he spent like 10% of his day just to be a fucking creep. In Europe, if you drive 2.5 hours, you probably already crossed like 2 borders. And he did all of that for some 13-year-old Poonan. That is wild.
Yeah. Alright.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
Oh, you're gonna give me a hug?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
My god, that was hot. That would instantly make me want to change my mind. Please embrace me into your tight grip. What was his strategy? Is he like trying to guilt her into a hug? Is that your game? You want people to feel sorry for you? You know what? It's an interesting strategy. I want to see how it works.
It is crazy. Yeah, why did you let me come? If you're so nervous.
It seems like a good idea, and you seem nice.
I didn't cut that up to put a long pause in there. That's just how Jeff was. He didn't know how to react to that information. Why does every single pedophile who comes on the show have to be awkward as hell? I think we need to create a change. I just want one smooth pedophile. Hashtag one smooth pedophile. Please spread the word.
What kind of pizza we have tonight? Who's this? I'll get to that in a minute. Who are you?
Who are you?
You tell me first.
No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. That's the energy of this interaction right now, except like a lot more hostile.
Well, what did you expect to happen here tonight, Jeff?
Didn't have any expectations.
No expectations whatsoever.
No.
I like how he has a disgusted face too. Oh god, no, I would never do anything with a 13-year-old. Oh no. I refuse to read this out loud, but yeah, sure buddy. Sure you had no intentions. Come on bro, I refuse to read that. That's how bad you are.
So you drove 2.5 hours
Sure did.
from Boston
Who are you?
to come here
Are you her dad?
to meet a young girl.
Are you her
I
dad?
will get to that in a minute.
You really think that her dad is walking around the house casually in a hot-ass blazer? That's seriously what you believe? Great work, detective. Plus you're being a snarky cunt too. You're dumb and you're a dickhead. You got the double D's.
Huh?
Go ahead, have a bite.
Wow. I haven't done anything wrong.
You just did something wrong. You violated that fucking pizza. I've never seen a nastier bite in my entire life. Jesus Christ. I was hungry before I watched this too. Like I was genuinely gonna eat something, but now I can't anymore. I am appalled. I am outraged. I am queasy. I am unhappy. I am weary. I am abhorred. I am displeased. I am nauseated. I am repelled. I am repulsed. I am revolted.
How old are you?
What does it matter?
I'm surprised I don't hear this response more from these predators. After all, they do think age is just a number.
Let's see if any of this sounds familiar while you enjoy your pizza. I should come see you on Saturday. Well, since your mom isn't home, it's the best time to do it. I would, but only if you want me to.
Here's what I never understood about being a pedophile. Why do you want to have teenage restrictions again? It's like, oh, your mom isn't home? I gotta make it over right now. This man is really taking his freedom for granted. Well, to be fair, that should have been obvious because he did come to the Sting house, but whatever.
You say, I can't go to jail. My life would be ruined.
Right.
Could be locked up for 20 years.
Yep.
And then you say, do you trim your blank?
Okay.
Now, here's what I don't understand about Jeff Sokal. So, he's assuming Tcap Hansen is the decoy's dad. But who is the father who would just print out a chat log and have a sit down with her daughter's predator? If there's any dads in the comment section, I know my demographics, you're all pretty old. I don't mean old, but you're kinda old. Would you do this? No. You are either taking a baseball bat or a shotgun and beating the shit out of this guy. So the amount of audacity that he shows to just eat this pizza in the face of what he thinks is the decoy's dad is astounding to me.
Now you know that this girl is 13, right?
Wasn't sure.
She's told you.
No.
Yes.
How old are you? You might as well just tell me because I can find out like that.
Who are you? Can you tell me who you are first?
Look at that, Chris Hansen's magic is doing its work once more. This dickhead is going from snarky to scared. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
As a 44-year-old guy, I shouldn't be talking to 13-year-old girls like this. Yet I want to. Did you bring condoms with you tonight?
Well, they plan on having sex.
2 seconds later.
You will never tell anyone about us having sex. Are you sure? Okay, I could be there Saturday afternoon. Explain.
The comedic timing is astounding. I like how he doesn't just read the chat, but he compounds the circumstances on top of them. Chris is like one of the most unintentionally funny people I've ever seen.
Looks like here you wanted to come here and have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Okay, is that against the law to
They have sex with a 13-year-old girl when you're 44? Yes, it's against the law.
To meet a girl. That's all I've done.
You see how this looks.
Okay, but do you also see that I was pretty apprehensive about the whole sex thing?
Well, that's just untrue. To give a bit of context to that, he literally popped a Viagra at the table before Chris Hansen got there. Apprehensive my ass. He probably had a half chub going while talking to Chris Hansen that whole time.
Going on.
So you decided you just come out and hang out with a 13-year-old girl?
Yeah, you can clearly see that I'm very apprehensive about the whole
Let's say we meet and really like each other and want to continue seeing each other. How would we do this? Like I said, as long as you're under 16, age of consent, parenthetically.
Bro, who the fuck puts age of consent in parentheses? That's how you know this guy is one sick bastard. And I'm not even talking about regular people's standards. This guy is fucked up by predator standards. I would say like 90% of the people at least see the problem with what they're doing on the show. He doesn't. He is a different breed.
So after just a few days worth of chatting, you decide you love her?
No.
You want to have sex with her?
I don't know.
You want to marry her? What do you mean you don't know? She's 13.
I don't know. I was just throwing things out, like, just in case. Maybe I did like her. Maybe it was,
So then you'd marry a 13-year-old girl because she's really cool and you could have sex.
After a while, if it worked out, yeah.
His lawyers are screaming. They are fuming. They are punching the air right now. I mean, yeah, I might have sex with a 13-year-old. For the future of you legally, not even morally, I know you weren't corrected. Just say, no, I would not. It is not that hard. Chris Hansen isn't even like a hardened detective. He's not detaining you and forcing you to answer. You've been here for like 5 minutes with pizza. You're in the softest position possible and you still folded.
After a while.
Yeah.
What, like 3 years of dating?
I don't know.
A romantic courtship?
Maybe.
Maybe. So you're cool with all this. You just think this is just fine. March in here to this home.
I know what you're.
Well, what
getting at.
what else am I supposed to think, Jeff?
Do I seem like a dishonest, dirty person?
You are currently at a sting house. You are currently being interviewed by Chris Hansen. You are currently on Dateline NBC. I feel like the answer should be pretty obvious.
Can you please tell me who you are?
I'll tell you.
I'm trying to be nice here.
Okay.
I'm
So am I.
No, the fuck you're not. I mean, it's warranted that you're not being nice, but like, don't lie about it.
Sokal was sentenced to 7 years in prison, serving a mandatory 30 months. He is eligible for parole in June.
Damn, that's rare. If you're a returning viewer, you would know that. Usually I have to give that information. Anyway, that is the end of this episode of Commentary on Hansen vs. Predator. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and consider subscribing because I make a bunch of commentary content. I'll be back tomorrow with the next day. I'm out. Peace.